4. Hi everyone. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. Today, I'm walking through the valve core remover and installer dual size 1/4 and 5/16 for HVAC systems, the small tool that can save a service call or turn a frustrating leak into a quick fix. I'll show what matters, what doesn't, and where this tool makes sense. I can't include footage of the unit in hand this time, so we're sticking to a clean screencast and my notes from use.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
The idea is simple. You get a core remover with a built-in shutoff so you can isolate pressure, pull or reinstall a Schrader valve core, and keep the system closed. This model brings 2 common service sizes in one body, a 1/4-inch SAE connection that most gauges and hoses use, and a 5/16-inch flare that many modern mini-splits and R32 or R410A equipment require. That dual head means fewer adapters in your bag and fewer chances to round off fittings. The body is typically brass with a knurled midsection. The shutoff is a quarter-turn ball valve that should move smoothly without gritty spots. The core driver rod threads through the body and engages the valve core with a positive feel at the tip. A side port lets you connect a hose for vacuum or charging while the core is removed, which speeds evacuation and reduces restriction. In use, the workflow is straightforward. You thread the correct 1/4 or 5/16 connector onto the service port until the gasket seats. You move the ball valve to open, slide the driver rod in until it touches the core, and turn gently until you feel it lock in. You close the ball valve to isolate, back the core out with steady turns, and then the core comes out contained inside the tool. With the core out, pulling vacuum or adding refrigerant through the side port goes faster because you remove the bottleneck. When done, you reverse the steps, ease the core back in, open the valve to equalize, and snug the core with a firm but not aggressive turn. On build quality, the positives are the clean machining around the flare seats and the predictable movement of the valve. The rod on my sample tracks straight with minimal wobble, and the tip grips cores without cam out. The knurling is deep enough to hold with gloves. The ball valve lever has just enough resistance to avoid accidental bumps. On the downside, budget versions of this tool can arrive with dry O-rings or uneven thread lubricant. If you feel stickiness on first use, a tiny amount of refrigerant-safe oil on the rod threads and the front seal helps. Another common weak point is the stem packing under the handle. If you notice a slow hiss when the rod is extended, a gentle snug on the packing nut usually stops it. Over-tightening that nut makes the rod drag, so small corrections are better. The dual size feature is the main win here. Switching between 1/4 and 5/16 service ports without hunting for adapters saves time when moving between older condensers and newer mini-splits. The side port is also practical for a faster vacuum with the core out. You'll see deeper vacuums sooner and less bounce. If you work with R32 or R410A systems, the pressure rating matters, and while I won't quote a number, this format is designed for those common high-pressure tasks. Still, you should treat the valve with respect, confirm the seal before removing the core, and keep your face and hands positioned safely. In testing, the tool sealed cleanly on both sizes, and leak checks with a soap solution stayed quiet after a few cycles. The rod threads bedded in after the first couple of cores and engagement feel improved. The only annoyance was a light weep at the front cap when I over-tightened against the damaged service port. Backing off and reseating fixed it. That's a reminder that the tool can't compensate for badly nicked flares or crushed gaskets on the unit. For buyers, this is a good fit if you handle mini-split installs, seasonal maintenance, or quick leak remediation. It's also helpful if you want a faster evacuation path without investing in extra vacuum tees. If you're a full-time tech who abuses tools daily, you might prefer a premium model for heavier valves and long-term seal durability. But for most jobs, this dual-size remover hits the practical middle ground. A few tips to keep it healthy. Always cap the ends after use so dust doesn't score the seals. Keep a tiny packet of compatible lubricant in your kit and renew the rod threads if they feel dry. Replace O-rings at the first sign of flattening. Don't use pliers on the body. If it won't seat by hand, check the port and the gasket rather than forcing it. Final thoughts. The valve core remover and installer dual size 1/4 and 5/16 is compact, genuinely useful, and faster than working with adapters and loose core tools. It isn't magic and it won't fix damaged service ports, but it saves time, reduces refrigerant loss, and makes vacuum and charging cleaner. If that matches your workflow, it earns a spot in the bag. If this walkthrough